First, I want to thank everyone for being here. As you know, we had a historic rainstorm that came through the RGV this past couple of days, since yesterday, and it affected all the Rio Grande Valley, from McAllen on down to Harlingen, San Benito, and of course the Mid Valley. And I just want to thank everyone that's here today. We have Hidalgo County Drainage, Raul Cicin. We have our mayor from Mercedes, Oscar Montoya. We have Commissioner David Fuentes. We have Commissioner Josh Pedraza. We have Chief Lopez, City Manager Mr. Martin Garza. We have Mayor David Moreno, and City Manager Mr. George Peña. And we have from Ed Couch Mr. Andrew, who's Assistant City Manager. And we just all coming together to continue the works and providing the assistance that our city needs. We're here working together as a team to make sure that we are able to provide the assistance. Again, it was over 16 to 18 inches of rain in a short period of time. And I know that a lot of families got affected, and I know how frustrating it is. And some people that I've spoke to, that I was out earlier today, in the neighborhoods, especially Paisano Street, the frustrations, being that it's maybe the second, third time that water's gone into their homes. I understand, their frustrations, and we're here to help, and we're here to assist, and we're going to continue assisting, where we can, and work together. I know we signed off on a declaration of emergencies. We've requested help from the state. So we're in the works of doing all that to make sure that we are able to get the water off the streets and flooded neighborhoods. I want to pass it over to Commissioner, and then we'll go along, and each mayor will have something to say.
Thank you, Mayor Gonzalez, and thank you to the City of Weslaco for hosting this press conference so that we can get important messages out to our constituents. Mayor is correct in that we were responding very early yesterday. Once the rain started between us and the drainage district, we were already mobilized and starting to respond to different areas where we were seeing water start infiltrating and standing. We've been working at it all night, and we'll continue to do so. Our plan is for our county crews to work all weekend in clearing debris and making sure that we have positive flow in our ditches. But what you do see right now is that you see that the top layer of water and the levels that it rose to in our canals have dropped significantly very quickly because of the improvements that we've made. A lot of the outfalls that connect to the IBWC and other improvements that we made to the system itself, you can see that the water levels have dropped significantly since the rain stopped earlier this morning. And we're going to continue to respond. We're going to continue to be available to our constituents. If people out in the rural part of the county have any issues in Precinct 1, they can call our office at 968-8733, and we will have somebody answering the phone and entering work orders so that we can respond accordingly. Much like Mayor Gonzalez said, a lot of the improvements that we've made have made a significant difference. Historic places that have flooded historically are not flooding like they have in the past. It's not a perfect system. We still have a lot of work to do, and we're going to continue to work with our cities because all of our cities outfall into county ditches, and we're going to continue to work with them and respond wherever we possibly can. At this time, like Mayor said, we have limited resources. Once we believe that the county judge may sign a declaration, disaster declaration, that's when we'll ask for TDEM and the state to start supplying assistance, whether it's through the state resources, whether it's DPS or other machines, pumps, any sort of equipment that can help us clear out debris. We'll transition into that request. In the meantime, we'll ask our cities to reach out to our county emergency management and Chief Saldana, and he'll be coordinating all of our county efforts and any requests that come from the cities. But until then, we're going to continue to act locally. We'll work in a collaboration through our communities and through our cities. But at this time, I'll have Raul Cicin, Mayor. I'll see if he can respond with respect to some of the technical things of what we saw in the weather, levels of water that we saw falling, and that way the other mayors can respond to a lot of the things that we have seen filling up our ditches. At this time, I'll ask Raul Cicin, our Hidalgo County Drainage District Director, to speak on our behalf.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, everyone. So yes, we've over the period of the last 24 hours, we received anywhere from 8 to, as the mayor mentioned, 16 inches, depending on what area of the valley you're at. this area down here on the south side, South Far, Las Milpas, all the way east down here, Dana, South Alamo, Wesco received the bulk of the rain in Hidalgo County. Just to quantify it, it's a 100-year storm. So what does that mean? That means that it's a hurricane type of rain that we received. And without necessarily the hurricane, we did have some hurricane winds here early this morning. We did have some areas down, but that's been under control. We are currently manning all the structures at the IBWC, making sure that we have positive flow. We've been doing that since last night. We went into flood operations last night at the Drains District. So we're 24/7 working the flood event. We are getting pumps online as well as we speak. We're working with the precinct's office and the cities to assist in any way we can. Some of the challenge that we run into is obviously the debris that Commissioner mentioned. So there are areas where we have some issues with debris that we're working with our crews to better get that area cleaned up. It's obviously limited access right now because it is a little wet to get equipment and manpower in, but we're working diligently to get that cleared up. But overall, our system is flowing well. It's flowing very full, very full. Right now, our main structure that we have leading into Willacy County is being manned already, which are gates that we have there by agreement with our sister county to manage the water flow through the system. So we have already initiated those operations to manage the water that we're pushing downstream. With IBWC, I've been in communication as well, and IBWC received a lot of flow in their system in the Harlingen area. There's gates that connect just east of here that move water from the floodway into the Arroyo Colorado. However, right now, the CFS flow that IBWC has is about 9,000 in that area, and it has to get down to about 2,500 before they can start manning those gates and to help our area move water downstream. So that kind of puts in perspective what water amount or the amount of difference of water that we receive versus our sister county and Cameron receives. So we are working closely with IBWC on that to help us and move water through our system. But everything is moving positively. We have seen some areas that have receded, as it was mentioned, and we're continuing to monitor the situation, continue to respond as needed to make sure that we move water as efficiently as possible through our system. So I'll turn it over to the Mayor.
Good afternoon, and also thank you for coming out. Thank you for City of Wesco Commissioner and Raul for coming out here and explaining to the people. I'm going to try and address some of the people from some of the calls that we've been getting, the desperate calls. So just like the Commissioner and Raul and the Mayor said, the bulk of the water that fell, and by the way, in Mercedes, we got well over 20 inches of rain in a really quick amount of time. The bulk of the water that landed on the under the underpasses and all that stuff, all that's been moved out. The problem now and the desperate calls that are coming from the citizens whose houses either the water is close to or has gotten inside their house, there is no amount of explanation we can give them to make them feel better. But I will tell you this, and I don't mind getting their phone calls because I'd be doing the same thing if I was in their situation, just like anybody up here would. You keep calling, you keep telling, and we'll keep answering you. All right. But at the end of the day, you need to know that we needed to move that bulk of the water. Otherwise, we have no place to put your water. So some of these subdivisions, I know in Mercedes, so far we've identified 5 of them that are underwater. And we've already requested some trucks. We've requested other smaller pumps so that we can put that water somewhere else. Last night, we had no place to put it. There was no place to put your water at the end of the day. So don't think that we're not feeling with you your frustrations. We understand. We're here for you. I am sorry that it's happening to you all, but we're doing everything we can to move those waters out from your houses. I know some of the calls that we've gotten also is that the news is saying that we're going to get more water tonight. We fully understand that, and we're all working diligently. Everybody back here, plus more, are working diligently to move as much water as we can to make space for that new water, okay? So just hang in there. God bless each and every one of you all. Just hang in there. We're doing the best we can. We're calling in for help. Just so you know, by 4 o'clock, we were stood up yesterday, the EOC and Mercedes. By 5 o'clock, we were overwhelmed and started reaching out for help. So it was very fast moving, and it was a lot. All right. Thank you all for coming out, and thank you for inviting us, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor Gonzalez, for hosting this event here, and thank you to the media as well for coming out here and making sure that our community gets this information. But just like you've heard from the other mayors here, you know, Donna received over 16 inches of rain. I want to commend and give a big thumbs up to our first responders, our fire department, police department, our public works, public utilities that have been out there since, you know, late afternoon, and they're still going. And we'll continue to be out there for our communities. I know that their employees are out there as well. You know, one thing that I do need to mention, you know, when events like this happen, you know, we can call them tragic events and so forth, you know, it brings out the best in people as well, because a lot of people are sharing their stories of how strangers stopped by to help them out of the water and so forth. So big kudos to the communities around us, the people have the big heart to help out other people and so forth. But we're going to be out there, continue to, we have some hot spots there in Donna that I want to thank Commissioner Fuentes. I want to thank Commissioner Eli Torres from Precinct 4 as well. They deployed MOVAC trucks out there, which helped a lot over there. We have some pumps going. We still have areas. I do want to tell the community, please, if you do not have to go out, there's still some flooded streets out there. Don't put yourself at risk, and then you put others at risk that have to go in there for you. So please, again, I think like Mayor Montoya mentioned, you know, be patient with us. We want to clear this up. But you see a new mindset up here. I want to thank Mayor Gonzalez. I always thank him because, you know, now we get together more as mayors and so forth to address issues that affect all of us. So again, thank you all for the media, and thank you again, Mayor Gonzalez, for being out here.
Good afternoon. My name is Andrew Perez from the City of Edcouch on behalf of Mayor Gonzalez. I'm the Assistant City Manager for Edcouch, and just to echo what everybody else has said, Public Works, our Water Department, our staff at the City of Edcouch, we've been working very hard, been proactive trying to help our community members. So at this time, we're also checking on our elderly in the City of Edcouch, and on top of the other calls for service that we're receiving, the fire department, the police department, they're also actively involved right now, working together. So we ask for patience, give us some time, but if you all do need anything for the residents in Edcouch, our landline is going to be the 956-262-2140. That's going to be for the City of Edcouch. Also for the police department, it's going to be 956-262-3004. So please don't hesitate to call. We have staff readily available to assist and respond. So thank you.
Again, thank you. And to everybody, we're here and we're not going anywhere. We'll be out there doing what we can to help out all our communities. So again, thank you guys, and God bless.
Una pregunta, alcaldes. ¿Alguno de ustedes pudiera dar un pequeño informe en español para nuestra audiencia hispana, por favor?
So, muchas gracias por estar aquí, muchas gracias por todos los que vinieron, las ciudades, el condado, el departamento de drenajes, todos están trabajando juntos para sacar tanto agua que se pueda para estar preparados para ahora en la noche. Ha habido gente trabajando desde ayer tarde hasta toda la noche, ayudándole a gente a sacarla de sus casas cuando están hundidos, a gente que estaban atrapados en sus carros, en sus vehículos. So, nadie se va a ir, todos vamos a estar aquí para ayudar. Todas las ciudades con el condado estamos trabajando juntos para ayudarles a todos tanto que podamos. El sistema de drenaje está trabajando, pero era bastante agua, demasiada agua, de 9 pulgadas hasta más de 20 pulgadas. Hubo a cruzar del condado Hidalgo y el valle, porque también Cameron County estuvo muy afectado. So, esa agua tenía que moverse, tenía que bajarse. La gente que anda allá trabajando ha visto que se ha comenzado a bajar significativamente. Los pasos para pasar de un lado al otro del expressway, también esa agua ya bajó, donde la gente puede ir a trabajar, pueden ir a las tiendas, venir lo que necesitan hacer. Pero sí pedimos que cuando miren agua en el camino, porque todavía hay, que por favor tomen cuidado, que no traten de cruzar, porque entonces se peligran ellos y peligran a los que van a ir a sacarlos. ¿Ok? So, les pedimos paciencia, les damos las bendiciones, sabemos que están yendo con muchos problemas y todos aquí estamos trabajando juntos para resolver todas las situaciones que están. So, muchas gracias por venir, muchas gracias por todos aquí juntándose, por la ciudad de Weslaco, el mayor González por invitarnos, el comisionado Fuentes por su liderazgo de ayudarle a todos, y al condado Hidalgo por la ayuda que nos han dado, y el departamento de drenaje. Gracias.
Una actualización en español, Raúl, con drenaje en español. Del drenaje rápidamente de manera muy breve.
Bueno, estos últimos días recibimos una lluvia categoría como una de 100 años, que viene siendo como un huracán. Las partes más afectadas fueron el lado sur de Hidalgo, está hablando de FAR, Las Milpas, Dana, Álamo, acá Mercedes, Weslaco, todo eso. Entonces, fue una intensidad muy fuerte. Los sistemas de nosotros ahorita están corriendo llenos completamente. Sí se está fluyendo el agua. Hemos visto que lo que hemos instalado, los proyectos que traemos, sí han producido resultados buenos, pero como quiera, es mucha agua que se tiene que mantener y mover. Las inundaciones que se han visto ya ha bajado mucho ahorita el agua, pero también hay áreas donde todavía está agua estancada. Entonces, sí les damos con cuidado a la gente. Si no necesita salir, como dijo el alcalde, es mejor que se mantengan en la casa.
¿Hay conflicto con el arroyo Colorado que tiene que dejar pasar agua de allí para dejar de...
No hay conflicto realmente. El sistema que existe ahorita, hay una división que corre por el arroyo Colorado del IBWC Floodway, y ahorita ese sistema lo maneja IBWC. La lluvia que nos cayó en Cameron County obviamente tiene que fluir primero antes que fluyamos nosotros. Ya fluyendo esa agua, entonces pueden empezar a abrir estas compuertas, que nos va a ayudar también a sacar agua del IBWC Floodway. Y estamos viendo que en estos días, unos 2 días más, vamos a ver la manera, o va a haber la posibilidad de abrir, de que se pueda mover esa agua para el sur.
Mr. Fitzsimmons, in English, the IBWC tells us the floodway pilot channel is currently, quote, at capacity. So what does that mean? How much time do we have, and what is the danger?
Well, right now, our system internally is running well. We still have some positive flow. We've been monitoring all the situation. Everything's still flowing positively. So gravity is our friend, because we move much more water when we use gravity structures. However, we have pump stations already set up. The majority of our stations are already operational through some of the projects that we've done through our recent bond improvements. So as soon as we start manning those gates, we'll start turning those pumps on and be moving water through the system.
As a follow-up, the IBWC says pumping is being allowed on the levees, but proper hose lengths and plastic liners must be used. Is that a problem? Are you seeing some?
No, it's never a problem for the drainage district. We're well aware of the requirements for the IBWC.
For EdCouch, an update on wind assessment, wind damage assessment.
For the city of Edcouch right now, we have our staff working on that, whatever damages there is. We're hoping to get it out here very soon. I've worked together closely with the mayor to get our staff.
I'm sorry, so we can hear you better.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for the city of Edcouch, as far as any damages that's occurring in Edcouch right now, we do have staff working on it. I've been working closely with the mayor at this time, also our city administrator. So I'm hoping here within the next day or so we can actually look into and evaluate the areas of need at this time.
Specific streets and areas that were more impacted?
Well, just right now, for example, Nixon Street, it's a residential area. I do have a high level of water right now. We're trying to work with the staff, get our pumps squared away and checked out. I mean, it is, compared to yesterday, it's actually lowering at this time. I've kept up to date with our supervisors at the office. So for the most part, Nixon Street, which is off of FM 1015, was one of the areas that affected our residents.
Any injuries or fatalities?
At this time, no. We did have, I believe we did for the fire department, received a call for service that there was a vehicle in a ditch. I know the fire chief, Mr. Nieves, responded, his staff as well. From what I know at this time, there was no injuries that were reported from what the fire chief had advised.
To confirm, earlier today, Mayor Gonzalez said that there was a tornado in the Edcouch area. Is that confirmed? Did you have a tornado touchdown there?
Well, from my knowledge, I don't know anything about that. I do know that as far as the debris on the roadway and things going all over the place, People felt that there was possibly a tornado that had hit, I believe they were saying in the city of Elsa area, but it was not in the city of Edcouch. Just to clarify that right now.
And have you guys signed the declarations, emergency declarations for EdCouch?
We are prepared and ready to move forward, depending on with the other municipalities, but we will definitely be supporting that as well.
Commissioner Fuentes, do you believe Hidalgo County Judge is going to sign the emergency declaration, and then that takes it to a different level, right?
From my understanding, the judge has been working with the staff to draft the appropriate language to make that disaster declaration. He has not reached out to me specifically, but our chiefs have been in communication that should be forthcoming. Once that would be executed, which he has the authority to do without any sort of commissioner vote or election, he can declare that on his own as our representative of emergency management. Once he does that, that will open up the ability for us to reach out to the state to provide additional resources for us to all be able to respond. But even without that, we're already collaborating with our communities and assisting them whenever they request any sort of assistance, whether it be for equipment or additional resources. We'll try to fulfill that as best as we can with the resources we have available to us.
Comisionado, en español, si nos pudiera mencionar algo acerca de la posible declaración de desastre. ¿Buscarían hacer una declaración de desastre regional o cada municipio lo haría individualmente o el condado? ¿Cómo funcionaría?
Por nosotros es un declaration para todo el condado. Las ciudades lo pueden hacer individualmente, pero para nosotros es todo el condado.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
For us to be able to just share with you what the county is doing from all our different departments.